Listen up, Queen City, because something massive is brewing in Bank of America Stadium, and you won't believe the moves being suggested right now. One of the most important players for our future was hiding a specific strategy during this offseason. And today, we finally know why. From a former Buccaneers defender making his way back to the Carolinas to a shocking update on our rookie star Jonathan Brooks that changes the backfield entirely, we have a lot to cover. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now because we are tracking every single Panthers move this season. Jordan Whitehead is the name every Panthers fan needs to be screaming from the rooftops right now because the buzz about bringing him back to the NFC South is reaching a fever pitch in Charlotte. This kid spent his time making plays for the Buccaneers and the Jets, but the word around the league is that Carolina is being heavily incentivized to snatch him up during this free agency cycle to stabilize a secondary that needs a veteran thumper. This move is the kind of savvy roster building that casual fans usually overlook, but it is exactly how you build a culture of toughness in the division. Think about this for a second, because our defense has been searching for that specific identity since the glory days, and having a guy who knows the Bucs' playbook inside and out is a strategic masterstroke that Dave Canales surely appreciates. And here's the scary part for the rest of the South, because if we land a former champion like this, it sends a clear message that the rebuild is accelerating faster than anyone expected. Now think about this, because the safety market is always volatile, but finding a fit that understands the regional rivalries and brings playoff experience is like finding gold in the Blue Ridge Mountains. This prospect of a reunion with the division is gaining steam inside the building, and it's raising serious concerns for our opponents who thought we'd be easy pickings this year. But it gets even more interesting, because the veteran leadership he brings would be a game changer for our younger DBs who are still finding their footing in this league. This is the kind of move that wins championships because it addresses a glaring hole with proven production and a chip on the shoulder that fits the keep pounding mantra perfectly. The front office is being urged to pull the trigger before another contender realizes what they are missing out on, and honestly, it's a no-brainer for a team looking to establish dominance. But what the Panthers are planning to do next with the offensive side of the ball, and specifically our backfield situation, is where things get really interesting for the future of this franchise. If you think bringing in a veteran like Whitehead is the move we need to finally fix this defense, do me a favor and smash that like button right now. Also, drop a comment below letting me know which former rival you'd love to see in a Panthers jersey. Let's get the conversation started. Jonathan Brooks is the absolute focal point of this offense, and we finally have the real answer as to why the Panthers didn't feel the need to chase after Rico Dowdle in free agency. This kid is recovering from that ACL injury, but the internal updates coming out of the facility are nothing short of miraculous, and it explains the front office's total confidence in the current room. When you have a talent like this prospect waiting in the wings, you don't go out and overpay for a rotational piece like Dowdle, who doesn't offer the same elite ceiling that our second-round pick possesses. And inside the building, this raised serious concerns initially among fans who wanted more depth, but the medical staff is seeing a level of explosiveness from the rookie that makes those concerns look silly now. This was the kind of move casual fans don't understand, because they see an empty roster spot, but the staff sees a future rushing leader who just needs a little more runway to take over the league. This is how dynasties are built in the NFL, by trusting your evaluation of a blue-chip talent and not panicking when the market starts moving around you. But it gets worse for the rest of the NFC, because if this kid is even 80% of what he was at Texas, he is going to be the most dangerous weapon Bryce Young has had since he stepped foot in Charlotte. Now think about this, because the decision to pass on Dowdle wasn't a mistake or a budget issue, it was a calculated bet on the recovery and the raw talent of the best back in the last draft class. The staff is seeing things in practice and rehab that suggest he is ahead of schedule, and that is exactly why they stood pat, while other teams scrambled for veteran scraps. This is a massive vote of confidence for the young star, and it shows that Dan Morgan and Dave Canales are aligned on who the future of this ground game belongs to for the next decade. But while the backfield seems set for the long haul, what Canales just revealed about our next draft target is what really has everyone talking. Do you believe the hype on Brooks? Is he really the guy to lead us back to the promised land? If you're riding with our rookie RB, hit that like button and tell me your yardage prediction for him this season in the comments. I'm reading everything you guys post. Dave Canales just dropped a major hint about the NFL draft, and it looks like the Panthers are zeroing in on a specific type of prospect that could change the entire geometry of our passing game. This coach is known for his offensive mind, And his recent comments suggest that the team isn't just looking for talent, they are looking for a very specific skill set that matches the quick game rhythm he wants to implement for Bryce. This target isn't just another name on the board, it is the missing piece of the puzzle that makes the whole machine hum. And it's a move that should have every fan in North Carolina hyped for April. And here's the scary part, because the way he talks about the need for vertical spacing and reliable hands suggests we might be moving up, or eyeing a playmaker that nobody expected to be on our radar. This is the kind of insider feel that makes you realize the front office is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, because they aren't just filling holes, they are building a specific identity. This prospect is going to be the one that unlocks the full potential of our young quarterback, and Canales basically told us without telling us that this is the priority. Now think about this, because if we land the guy he's hinting at, the entire complexion of the NFC South changes overnight, and the Panthers become the most unpredictable offense in the division. This move is about more than just one season. It is about establishing a foundation where our playmakers can actually win their matchups consistently. This is the kind of move casual fans don't understand until they see the results on Sundays, but the logic is sound, and the excitement is building inside the facility. The coach knows exactly what he needs to make this system work, and it seems he has found his man among the elite class of incoming rookies. But what this means for our current wideout room, and how they fit into the long-term vision, is the next big question that needs an answer as we head into the most critical draft in years. The target is locked in, and the plan is set for a major splash. Analyzing these three major updates gives us a crystal clear picture of the strategy being deployed in Charlotte right now. By looking at a veteran like Jordan Whitehead, the Panthers are trying to inject immediate toughness and divisional IQ into a defense that has lacked a veteran enforcer presence since the departure of guys like Thomas Davis. On the offensive side, the Jonathan Brooks situation is the ultimate tell, because it proves that the coaching staff isn't just looking at the 2024 season, but they are building a multi-year window around a core of young elite talent. Passing on a safe veteran like Rico Dowdle shows that they are willing to risk short-term depth for long-term superstar potential, which is a bold but necessary move for a franchise coming off a tough year. Finally, the draft hints from Dave Canales tie everything together, because it shows that the team is prioritizing fit over just best player available. They want players who specifically solve the problems Bryce Young faced last year, which was a lack of separation and a lack of a consistent run game to take the pressure off. This isn't just a series of random moves, it is a cohesive plan to modernize the Panthers and finally give the fans a team that plays with a specific aggressive identity on both sides of the ball. The synergy between the front office and the coaching staff is the most encouraging sign we've seen in years. At the end of the day, the Carolina Panthers are finally moving with a clear and distinct purpose that should have every fan from Gastonia to Raleigh feeling optimistic. This is not just another draft cycle or another free agency period. This is the moment where the foundation of the next great Panthers era is being laid down brick by brick. Whether it is bringing back a former rival star like Jordan Whitehead, or trusting the generational talent of Jonathan Brooks to lead the backfield, the vision is undeniable, and the execution is starting to follow. This is the kind of move that casual fans don't understand right now, but they will certainly feel the impact when we are competing for the division title in December. This is not just another draft prospect or a random signing. This could be the next cornerstone of the Panthers organization for the next decade. If you are ready to see this team dominate again, and you believe in the plan Dave Canales is building, then you need to stay locked in right here. Keep pounding, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss a beat on your favorite team. The future is bright.